my wife and I hadn't been able to have kids for when we got married. Somehow, after 10 years of trying, we miraculously conceived and got a boy. Everybody said he looks just like me, and not in a pandering way, more of a reality kind of compliment. And indeed, our son looked like me. He was growing up without any problems. Until one day, at the age of 10, he started experiencing strange symptoms: fatigue, anxiety, shortness of breath, loss of energy. He would sleep in his bedroom all day and night. It seemed like depression at first, so we started on that assumption, took him to various therapists, but to no avail. Our son had a different problem, and it was of physical nature. We had so many tests done on him, thinking it was an autoimmune disease. Nothing came up on the tests. We were heartbroken. Knowing your child has a problem, and you can't help him, is the worst feeling in the world. Only when our cat started having the same problems did we realize it could be mold poisoning. The frustrating thing was that it was so hard to get the doctors to believe us, and we were ready to pay for all the tests. And finally, we found a clinic which believed us, and the test came back positive. But it was too late for our boy. His kidneys had failed. He needed a transplant. Since my wife quit her job, she was with our boy the whole time, who was now bedridden in the clinic. Somebody had to work still, and I was the one who sacrificed. I figured a child would need his mother more than me, and I needed to be the man of the house. When I learned that he needed a transplant, I asked my wife if the doctors had asked us to do tests to see if we match. She said they told us we're too old to be donors. It was strange, but I let it go. The next day I got into the hospital room, and I heard two nurses in the room say the father was a match. I said, "Excuse me, what?" And they told me the father matched. I was like, you must have the wrong kid, since I am his father and I never took a test. The nurses stumbled and said they need to go. She went to the cafeteria to eat something. When she got back, I told her what happened and how they must have mixed the rooms. I was upset because if they mixed the rooms, they might have mixed the medications too. That's when she said we needed to talk. They planned to tell me anyway since our son needed surgery, but were bracing themselves to. It's then she told me that she was heartbroken. We couldn't have kids because she saw how heartbroken I was. And she was right. It was all I ever wanted. 10 long years and thousands of dollars of IVF, and we were getting old. She couldn't bear to see it anymore. Since my brother looks just like me, she knew the child would look like me and have my DNA. And since we couldn't afford any more IVFs, they did it the old-fashioned way. My brother also felt bad for me, so he did it. I stormed out of the hospital and went into a motel. I'm in shock and I don't know what to do.